Welcome. My name is Dr. Leo Elshof, and I'm from Acadia University in Wolfville, Nova Scotia. And I'm very pleased to be speaking to you today about green design and technology education. I want to thank the conference sponsors, the organizers, for bringing me in. It's quite an honor for me to talk to you today. Well, first of all, I should tell you where I am coming from. I'm speaking from Nova Scotia, which is on the east coast of Canada, and specifically, I'm from a small town on the Bay of Fundy, which is one of the places that has one of the highest tides in the world. Well, technology education, greening technology education, really what we need to ask, I think, is do we want to restore the world for a living? Do we want to get young people to restore the world for a living? And wouldn't it be great if we could live sustainably through design? These are big questions, but I think there are very few questions that are more important for young people to learn than to appreciate and understand at a very basic level the degree to which our developed societies are fundamentally unsustainable, and to approach their redesign with energy, creativity, and optimism. This really is a big task, and that's why I'm really happy that technology educators are going to be involved in trying to answer this. The philosopher Max Weber has said, the moral obligation of the teacher is to ask inconvenient questions. And I'll be asking a few of those over the next 15 or 20 minutes. A Canadian philosopher by the name of John Ralston Saul has said, "It is ideas that determine the direction in which civilizations go. If you don't get your ideas right, it doesn't matter what policies you try to put in place. The policies will backfire because the ideas that dominate will not be the right ideas. You have to begin with the ideas. Then you can simply go ahead and put them into effect." And as technology teachers, I think one of the big questions we need to ask ourselves is, whose interests do we really serve? And how do we talk about the public good? I'm not going to answer those questions directly, but I would like you to think about them. And in the end, our society will be defined not only by what we create, but by what we refuse to destroy. And this is also something I want you to keep in mind as we go ahead. And how do we as technology teachers help young people imagine a very different future? How much change is necessary and how much change is possible? And knowing this, we have to also appreciate that technology will never do it all, and that sustainable design is a mindset. And as a mindset, it really involves changing fundamental ways of thinking and being in the world. So one of the things that we need to think about is creating a new geography of hope. As the author Chris Turner explains, a geography of hope involves many different things. One of them is involved with developing a real deep understanding of social responsibility. And the diagram I have in front of you at the moment shows one conception of the sources of social responsibility that I think will play an important part in thinking about sustainable design. Looking at perspective taking, modeling, a connected sense of self, and identifying a moral identity within a caring and collaborative environment are all fundamental processes that we need to consider when we're talking about sustainable design and sustainable technologies. Because too many of our educational projects that deal with environmental issues and environmental problems often don't lead young people to a sense of empowerment.